Hi guys, I'm Niveta. In this video, we are going to see some question and answers based on teacher recruitment exams like CTET, TET exam like that. Okay, so first part we are going to see is proficiency in language. In this, you will be given one passage and you have to answer some questions based on this. Okay, we just leave this. Then we are going to see some questions based on English like wave after wave surrounded the tower means what would be the synonyms for surrounded is engulfed also we can use, right? Engulfed. Next, she does not tell lies, doesn't she? Oh, actually the thing is does not comes in question. So in question tag the answer would be like does she will come. Understood? So does she is the answer. Select the most appropriate synonyms of the given word. Jealous. Jealous means envied, which is basic. Okay. Then antonyms. Traditional antonyms is avant-garde. Traditional means it's like avant-garde is the antonyms. Choose the alternative which best expresses the meaning of the idiom given below. Wild goose chase means useless search. Wild goose search means useless search. Okay. Then they will be giving some Hindi questions. Then we are going to see some general awareness, reasoning and proficiency in computer. PM Modi will address the National Conference of Labour Ministers of all states and union territories in which state? National Conference of Labour Ministers, okay, in Andhra Pradesh. He is going to see everything in Andhra Pradesh, okay, Labour Andhra Pradesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address 2 days long National Conference of Labour Minister of all states and union territories at Tirupati, Andhra Pradesh. The conference is organized by the Union Ministry of Labour and Employment on August 25th and 26th. Where is world's largest religious monument constructed? In West Bengal. Where is world's largest religious monument is constructed? In West Bengal. Understood? World largest religious monument to open in West Bengal, the Temple of Vedic Planetarium in West Bengal will be the headquarters of the International Society of Krishna Consciousness. Will have the world's biggest dome. See, it's like world's largest religious monument, which is very important, which is situated in where? West Bengal. So WW. Understood? Then who will inaugurate 300 meters long foot over bridge in Ahmedabad? Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the foot over bridge near Sabramati riverfront. The foot over bridge is built between Ellis Bridge and Sardar Bridge, built near Sabarmati riverfront. This bridge connects the east and west side of the Sabarmati riverfront. The bridge is 300 meters long. Which state government started a free travel scheme in buses for people above the age of 75? Maharashtra. Okay, so in Tamil Nadu, it's like in some particular buses, all ladies' ticket are free, right? So in Maharashtra, the people who are having the age above 75, they will be given free travel. Okay, MSRTC bus. Maharashtra State Road Transport Corporation will provide free travel. AAI signed MOU with which country to facilitate sustainable aviation technology collaboration? Sweden. AAI signed MOU with which country to facilitate sustainable aviation technology collaboration? Sweden. So Airport Authority of India signed a memorandum of understanding with Sweden to facilitate sustainable aviation technology collaboration. MOU was signed by the Airport Authority of India and LFV Air Navigation Service of Sweden at the corporate headquarters of AAI in New Delhi. AAI signed MOU with which country to facilitate sustainable aviation technology collaboration? This Sweden. Okay. Justice U.0 Lalit takes oath as dash. UO Lalit takes oath as 49th Chief Justice of India. Okay. He will have short tenure of under 3 months. He will demit the office on November 6. Mizoram Youth Commission signed MOU with the IIM to advance human resource development. With which IIM? Shillong IIM. Okay. Shillong signed the Mizoram Youth Commission to advance the human resources development. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Center for Policy Research Analysis, IIM Shillong and Mizoram Youth Commission signed a memorandum of understanding to advance human resource development in Mizoram. Who will likely chair the Board of Trade meeting to be held next month? Piyush Goyal, Union Commons, and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal are likely to chair the Board of Trade meeting next month. The Board of Trade meeting will discuss way to boost country's export. The board is an advisory body on foreign trade policy. Who unveiled the dedicated website to boost the coastal cleanup campaign? Jitendra Singh. Jitendra Singh unveils the dedicated website to give a boost to coastal cleanup campaign. Union Minister of State of Science and Technology, Earth Science Jitendra unveiled www.swachsagar.org to boost the ongoing Pan-India Coastal Cleanup Campaign. The Coastal Cleanup Campaign is 7 days exercise. Where was India-US Joint Special Force Exercise Vajra Prahar 22 conducted? India and USA Joint Special Force Exercise. Okay, that is Vajra Prahar 22 conducted in Himachal Pradesh. Okay. India USA conducts joint special force exercise Vajra Prahar in Himachal Pradesh. The 13th edition of India's USA Joint Force Drill Exercise Vajra Prahar 22 concludes at Baklot Cantonment in Himachal Pradesh. Which one sets of letter when sequentially placed at the gaps in the given letter series shall complete it? So see, what you have to do is you have to substitute everything and see one by one. See A, B, A, C, A, B, A, C. Likewise it used to come. So the answer is A, C, A. See that pattern. Okay, what would be the next pattern? That's what they are asking. What you have to do is, the first thing is just opposite to the second thing, right? Likewise, you have to do like, you have to take the second opposite thing. See the third one, it's right side, no? So you have to take the left side arrows. Okay, so the answer would be like 1. You should not choose 3 because 2 arrows are left side and 1 arrow right side and another arrow is left side, no? So you have to choose 1. A reads a book and finds the name of the author familiar. The author B is a parental uncle of C. C is a daughter of A. How is B related to A? A reads a book and finds the name of the author familiar. Author B is the parental uncle of C. C is a daughter of A. B is related to A by brother. B is a parental uncle of C. Okay, C is a daughter of A. Therefore, B is the brother of A. Understood? Kamala would like to complete all her homework before 10 p.m. in order to watch an important TV program. She has 40 minutes assignment in each of the 5 prepared subject. What is the latest time will he can still complete her homework in the time for the program? Is 640 because 5 into 40 is actually 200. 200 minutes, if you divide it by 60, you will get 3 hours 20 minutes. So 10 minus 3 hours 20 minutes will give you 6:40 p.m. If stage is coded as TUBHF, then stranger can be coded as C there. The next letter of S is T. The next letter of T is U, right? So likewise, stranger also we have to choose the next word. Okay, so the answer, computer programs that converts an entire program into a machine language is called a compiler. Computer program that converts an entire program into a machine language is called compiler. Computer program that translate one program instruction at a time into a machine language is called interpreter. C. A computer program that converts entire program into machine language. Entire program into machine language is compiler. Okay. Then computer program that translate program instruction at a time into a machine language, which translate is interpreter. Translator is a connection between both. Small or intelligent device is so called because it contains within it a sensor. Intelligent device is sensor. A fault in the computer program which prevents it from working correctly is called bug. A self-replicating program similar to a virus which was taken from 1970s science fiction novel by John Brunner entitled The Shockwave Rider is a self-replicating program similar to the virus which was taken from the 1960s 70s science fiction novel by John Brunner entitled The Shockwave Rider in Worm. Perspectives on education and leadership. Which of the following highlights the assessment for learning? The teacher assesses conceptual understanding of the student besides focusing on the process of thinking. See, which of the following highlights assessment for learning? The teacher assesses the students by comparing their responses to standard responses. The teacher assesses conceptual understanding of the students besides focusing on the process of thinking. The teacher assesses the students based on the information given in the textbook. The teacher assesses the students based on his or her performance in comparison to others. The teacher should assess the conceptual understanding. Is child-centered pedagogy refers to the children dictating the teacher dictating the children what should be done, giving primacy to children experience and their voices, the teacher dictating the children what should be done, enabling the children to follow prescribed information, the teacher leading all learning in the classroom. I think this would be like giving primacy to children's experience and their voices. That is what a child-centered. I don't know whether this answer is correct or not. Which of the following statement describes Piaget and Vygotsky views on language and thought correctly? According to Piaget, thought emerges first, and according to Vygotsky, language has a profound effects on thought. According to Vygotsky, thought emerges first. According to Piaget, language has a profound effect on thought. Both views thought as emerging from the child's language. Both views emerging from the child's thought. According to Piaget, the answer is according to Piaget, thought emerges first. Okay, according to Vygotsky, language has a profound effect on thought. Understood? Watching her granddaughter arguing with her father for going on a school trip, the grandmother says, "Why can't you be obedient like a good child? Who will marry you if you behave like a boy?" This statement reflects which of the following gender stereotypes about the attributes of girls or boys? Which of the following statement about the assessments are correct? Assessment should help students see their strengths and gaps and help teacher fine-tune her teacher accordingly. Right? Next, assessment is meaningful only if comparative evaluation of the students are made. Assessment should assess not only memory but also understanding and application. Assessment cannot be purposeful if it is not induce fear and anxiety. So I think A and C are right. According to Right to Education Act 2009, children with special needs should study in special school created exclusively for them at home with their parents. Inclusion education setups with provisions to cater to the individual needs in vocational training. The thing is third one, inclusion education setup. Okay, match the following. Proxima distal trend. Proxima distal trend is 5. Progression from simple to complex. Proxima distal means distance is second. Okay, proxima is from the beginning. So it's like progression from simple to complex. That is important. B is second option. Next, cephalocaudal. Cephalocaudal means B is second one. Head to toe sequence. Cephalo means it's like head to toe sequence. Inter-individual difference. Inter-individual difference means different children develop at different rate. So, intra-individual means third one. In a single child, the rate of development can vary from one domain development to the other. Intra means it's inside them. Okay, so that's what it means. An effective teacher in a classroom where students come from diverse background would focus on the cultural knowledge to address individual difference among the group, push students from deprived backgrounds to work hard so that they can match up with their peers, ignore cultural knowledge and treat all their students in uniform manner, create group of students with those same economic background put together, focus on their cultural knowledge to address individual differences and among the group. So the teacher cannot ignore the cultural knowledge, right? So everyone are having different cultures. So according to that only the children will perform. So it's like focus on the cultural knowledge, address the individual differences among the students. Which of the following statement about cognition and emotion is correct? Cognitions and emotions are intertwined and affect each other. Cognition and emotion, they are interdependent on each other. Cognition refers to knowledge, emotion refers to the thing. So both are interrelated. In an inclusion classroom with diverse learners, cooperative learning and peer tutoring should be actively discouraged and competition among promoted should be used only sometimes since its proposed comparison with classmates should be actively promoted to facilitate peer acceptance. Should not be practiced and students should be segregated based on their abilities. So should be actively promoted to facilitate peer acceptance. A teacher can address diversity in her class. The teacher can address diversity in her class by accepting and valuing differences, using socio-cultural background of children as a pedagogic resource, accommodating different learning styles, giving standard instructions and setting uniform benchmark for performance. So diversity in a child by ABC. Of course, it's like accepting and valuing difference, using socio-cultural background of the children as a pedagogical resources, accommodating different styles. So giving standard instructions and setting uniform benchmark for performance, that's not right. Okay, so ABC would be correct. Teacher asked her class to cover sharp edges of furniture with cotton and use touch and feel notice boards and books. The need of which category of special learners is attempting to cater visually impaired learners. Okay, so the students can use different kinds of like touch and feel notice boards and books. Gifted children are best catered to by education programs that stimulate their thinking and give their opportunity to engage in divergent thinking. Which of the following statements about the students' failure in schools are correct? Students belonging to certain caste and communities fail since they do not have ability. Students fail in school because appropriate rewards are not offered for their learning. Students fail because teaching is not done in a manner in which it is meaningful to them. Students fail because school system does not cater to individual child's needs and interests. Obviously, it's like students fail in school because appropriate rewards are not offered. That is one thing, and meaningful to them. Okay, two students read the same passage yet construct entirely different interpretation of their meaning. Which of the following is true about them? It is possible because teacher has not explained the passage. It is not possible the teacher need to reread the passage. It is possible because different factors affect the learning of the individual in varied ways. It's not possible because learning is not meaning making. So obviously 3. According to National Curriculum Framework 2005, learning is dash and in its character. Learning is active and social in its character. To enable students to think independently and become effective learners, it is important for a teacher to teach students how to monitor their own learning, offer rewards for each success achieved by the students, give information in small units or chunks, present information in an organized manner to make it easier to recall, how to monitor their own learning. That is what important for a teacher, because if the teacher teaches that thing to a student, then student itself can learn whatever they want, okay, to enable students to think independently. If a teacher wants her students to acquire problem solving skill, the teacher should be engaged in activities that involve recall, memorization, comprehension, structured worksheet containing multiple choice question, drill and practice, inquiring, reasoning and decision making. That is what would be the answer to make the students to solve more problems. Knowing the naive conception that students bring to the classroom does not serve and purpose of the teacher, pulls down the teacher's morally sense, it increases its work, helps the teacher to plan teaching more meaningful, hampers the teacher's planning and teaching, helps the teacher to plan teaching more meaningful. Knowing the naive conception that students bring to the classroom helps the teacher to plan teaching more meaningful. Which of the following factors affect learning? Motivation of the learner, maturation of the learner, teaching strategies, physical, emotional health of the learner. So everything affects, right? Meaningful learning is imitation of adults and more able peers, pairing and association between the stimulus and response, passive receiving of the given information, active creation of the knowledge structure from personal experience. That is what the meaningful learning is. Which of the following is not one of the primary tasks of the teacher for effective students' learning? Knowing the concept that students bring to the classroom, transmitting information to the students in a didactic manner, recurring students to respond to high order questioning, teaching students how to monitor and improve their own learning by effect. So, it's not a primary task means transmitting information to the students in a didactic manner. That is what it should not be done, okay. Which of the following statement about principles of development is incorrect? Development takes place due to constant interaction between heredity and environment. Development depends on maturation and learning. Every child grows through the stage of development and there are wide individual differences among children. Development is a quantitative process which can be measured precisely. So that is what the wrong answer. Development is a qualitative process. Okay. The unique interaction of dash and dash can result in different path and outcomes of the development. The unique interaction of heredity and environment. Understood? Which of the following is true of school and socialization? School is an important agent of socialization. Understood? That is what the true thing, right? Which of the following statement is correct about Jean Piaget theory of cognition development? Piaget has proposed 5 distinct stages of cognitive development. Piaget argues that instead of progressing through stages, cognitive development is continuous. The stages are invariant, which means that no stages can be skipped. The sequence of these stages can vary according to the cultural context of children. Piaget argues that instead of progressing through stages, cognitive development is continuous. Okay, that's what he used to say. It's a cognitive development is a continuous process. The concept of conservation as proposed by Jean Piaget that certain physical properties remains the same even when outward appearance changes. It is important to protect. It can arrive at the correct conclusion by systematic testing hypothesis. Taking the perspective of other into consideration is an important cognitive ability. So conservation refers to certain physical properties remains the same even when the outward appearances changes. The concept of actually this refers to if you take some water, no, you can take the same amount of water in different vessel. Even though the shape of the vessel changes, there will be no change in the amount of the substance, that is amount of water used. That's what he is referring. Match the following in the light of the Howard Gardner theory of multiple intelligence. Here the correct option is musical violinist, linguistic poet, interpersonal therapist. Interpersonal means between two person. Intraperson means between themselves. Spatial means culture. Sculptor, spatial refers to the space. Okay, so it's like thinking creatively. So it's like sculptor. According to Levi Vygotsky, language development changes the nature of the human thought. Interaction with adults and peers does not influence language development. Culture plays a very small role in the language development. Children learn language through language acquisition device. So language development changes the nature of the human thought. That's what the correct answer. Lawrence Kohlberg theory of moral reasoning has been criticized on several counts. Okay, which of the following statement is correct? Kohlberg has duplicated Piaget method of arriving at his theoretical framework. Kohlberg has duplicated Piaget method. Kohlberg has not given typical response to each stage of the moral reasoning. Kohlberg theory does not focus on children's response. Kohlberg has based his study primarily on the male sample. Kohlberg has based his study primarily on male sample. That's criticism is not correct. I think so. Okay, actually, yes, the correct thing is he only considers males. He has not considered female. That is what one criticism is there. Okay, how should be the seating arrangement in the classroom? It should be according to the activities being conducted in the classroom. It should be same every day. To make children sit in one line, it should be in such a way so that they cannot talk to each other. So according to that activities, it has to be done. Interpersonal intelligence means skills to arrange different people. Okay. In present time, the role of teacher is a facilitator. In your class, you feel that some students are learning very fast and some are learning very slow. How would you do in this situation? Let the fast learner to continue the learner. Do not pay any attention to slow learner. Ignore the thing. Take help of fast learner to teach slow learners. That is what the right. The view of teaching learning process, a good teacher is one who succeeds in to stop talking in class, punishes talkers as neutral, thinks that talking can be used as a learning resources. That's what children of 6 to 14 years who have never gone to school, who have not completed their school education, the Right to Education Act has done a provision to mainstream them with education. Empathized on implementing special training. Yes, those who have not completed the school, no, they can involve themselves in special training. Match the following. It's very important. Unifactor theory is Thorndike. Multifactor theory is Truston. Group factor theory is Binet. Three-dimensional theory is Guilford. Obviously, we know. How can we remember this? We used to drink tea once. Okay, so uni is Thorndike. Multifactor. Okay, trust is gained by many people. Okay, multifactor. Group factor theory. Bi means what? There is two person in a group. Three-dimensional theory is Guilford. Obviously, we know 3D dimension, that is one cube one will come no in Guilford theory. If a child of a class remains quiet often, then what will you do? Try to find out the reason of the quietness. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation means to access scholastic and co-scholastic regularly during the process of learning. That is what it should be done in continuous and comprehensive evaluation. What is not included in child-centered education? Assigning homework is not included in child-centered education. Thank you for watching.